Greetings, my fellow beings. My name is Amanda, and today we're going to be talking about things that have happened because of everything that's happening in the world now that people with disabilities have been asking for a long time. And this is just my little list of things that I think we've been asking for a while. And because of everything that's going on, I can't actually say the thing because YouTube will flag it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. And just wanted to talk a little bit about things that we hope don't go away when all of this is over with. So the very first thing I wanted to talk about was that there are more automatic doors being installed because people don't want people to touch the door handles, and so more automatic doors are being installed, which is really nice because I can't tell you how many times I've been in my wheelchair and I get up to the door and it's a pull door and I'm like, God. And it's really hard for me to deal with the fact that I can't get inside the building without help from somebody else. So the fact that more automatic doors are being installed is fantastic. And I have a feeling that they're not going to be replaced anytime soon, but I hope that they don't decide to go back to normal doors because of the fact that they look nice or something. Revolving doors also need to go away. That's all I gotta say about that. I remember trying to get into one building that they had locked both side doors, and so the only thing that was open was the revolving door, and I was in my wheelchair. Yeah, that was fun. Super fun. So the next thing I want to talk about is online classes, and I'm not talking about just university classes because those have been around for a little bit, and they've gotten much better since when I was in college, because I remember taking online classes when I was in college and it was awful. And then recently I took a class and it was way better than what it was when I was in college. So yeah. But what I'm talking about is things like exercise classes or painting classes or language classes, things that normally you would have to go in person, and they are now making classes that you can have online that you don't need to worry about actually going to the place. And I think that's fantastic. I have been taking a recumbent yoga class online, which has been really nice because I'm laying down in my living room watching the class on the TV, and it's fantastic. And I think that this is a fantastic thing that we have going, and I don't want it to go away. I really like it. So please continue doing those kind of things. Okay? Thank you. The next thing is food deliveries and curbside assistance. So there's always been certain restaurants that have done food deliveries, like pizza places and Chinese restaurants. But now there's things like Grubhub and DoorDash, things like that, where you can get food delivered to you. And I think that is fantastic because some days there are times that I cannot leave the house and I'm just too tired to cook. And to have something just delivered to me is fantastic. And then like the other week, my sister and I went camping and we were so exhausted because we had been cleaning out a storage unit that we didn't really want to cook anything, and we were just so spent. And we just got DoorDash delivered to our campsite. It was great. And I think this kind of service is fantastic, especially for people who cannot leave their houses, because then you can experience better food and you don't have to cook. I mean, that's fantastic. The other thing is that having groceries delivered, I think, is a great thing now because a lot of times people can't leave their houses, and I think that being able to have your groceries delivered to you is wonderful. To go along with that is curbside assistance, and just being able to pull up to a store and they throw it in the back of your car and you drive away. I think that's also a fantastic service because for me, if I am not able to have someone with me and I need to go into a store, I can't physically get my wheelchair out of my car. So I either have to have someone with me who can get my wheelchair out, or I don't go, which kind of sucks. So to be able to just drive up to a store and have them throw it in the back of my car and I'm like, yay, I got it, and then I drive away, I agree with this 100%. Yes, keep doing this. This is wonderful. The next one I want to talk about is telehealth and telemedicine. I haven't seen my specialist in person in over a year. All of my appointments with him are over telehealth, and it is fantastic. I love the fact that I can be in my house and not have to leave, because unless they have to physically touch you, like doing tests and whatnot, it's great to be able to just stay at home and not have to worry about getting ready to go out and wasting all of that energy in order to go to the doctors. And so being able to have telehealth is fantastic. And seeing my therapist every week, I see her over telehealth, and I think that's wonderful. I can just sit in my chair and we talk over telehealth, and I love it. A lot of people don't find it very great, but I think it's a wonderful tool. And I remember one time that I needed to see someone. I was so sick. This was right before I ended up in the ER, but I was so sick that I couldn't leave the house, and we had access to a doctor that we could see through the University of Utah, and they just let us talk to them online and ended up being sent to the ER. But the fact that I was able to get that done while I was laying down in my bed, I just kind of laid there and was talking to the doctor, and I thought that was fantastic that I was able to get that assistance in a time where I really did not have the strength to get up and go see a doctor. Because sometimes you're so sick that you can't see a doctor. It just happens. So it's a thing, in case anybody's wondering. So I think telehealth and telemedicine are fantastic things that need to continue after all of this is over with, because it is a game changer. I love it. And the last thing I want to talk about is remote working. People with disabilities have been asking for this opportunity for years and have been rejected over and over and over again. And now, almost every job has some form of remote working available. And I think that this needs to continue even after this is over with. And I know that there are some employers that are worried that if someone with disabilities asks to work remotely from home, that other people are going to ask for the same privilege. But we now know that it's possible to work from home. And I know that there are a lot of people that find that it reduces the amount of work that gets done by people that are at home. But when there's someone who really desperately needs to stay at home, but can still contribute to society, because we're still worth the life that we have, and we still have things to contribute to businesses. And the fact that that there's an opportunity to work from home, so you can be close to your prescription, so you can be close to any medical devices that you need, but you can still get stuff done for a business and get the money that they want. And so I'm hoping that after all of this is done, remote working will still be available to people with disabilities so that we can contribute, but not have to spend so much energy in order to go into the workforce. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I hope does not change. I physically right now struggle to even do anything at home, but I do have a small Etsy business, and I do work for my sister-in-law as well. I scan cards at home, and so I'm able to do a few things that help me feel like I'm contributing to my family. And if I didn't have those, then I wouldn't be working at all. And I think having the opportunity to work remotely is a godsend. And I think that that needs to continue after all of this is done. So that is just a few of the thoughts that I had about things that I hope continue after all the craziness is over with, so that people with disabilities can continue to have a life that is awesome, and that we can do normal things along with everybody else and have a good life. And I really hope that that continues. I hope that you found this video interesting. I hope that you learned something new. If you have other things that you think should continue after all of this, Put it down in the comment section below, because I want to hear your thoughts on things that need to continue, because I want to spread the message that people with disabilities have the right to have normal lives. And so far, we have a lot of things that we've been asking for show up in the last few years. So put it down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video, or you just want to support this channel, then go ahead and click that subscribe button, and go ahead and click that like button if you did enjoy this video. Remember to be kind. Kindness is free, so give it out to everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye.